Welcome to this video series, Vedic Wisdom for Universal Well-Being. In this very first video, we are going to discuss why this series. As you perhaps know, India, that is Bharat, is the most ancient surviving civilization. Egyptian, Persian, Yazidi, Inca, Aztec, many thriving ancient civilizations have all been destroyed, generally for ideological or faith reasons, or for grabbing material wealth, or both. What was considered as a 5,000-year-old civilization, now there is enough evidence that it is over a 17,000-year-old civilization at least, and counting. Do have a look at a few videos which are provided in the description below. In spite of over 1,000 years of continuous invasions, can you imagine 1,000 years of continuous invasions, brutal foreign rules, destruction, atrocities, and conversions by ideologies and faiths hostile to the Indic Bharatiya culture? It survived due to its inherent strengths, its foundation of truth, strong zeal of its people to save its humane culture, and above all, the supreme bravery and sacrifice by countless people, even when faced with death. The gifts of this culture to the human civilization have been enormous. Zero, mathematics, seafaring, architecture, astronomy, astrology, Sanskrit, the most perfected language, Ayurveda, yoga, surgery, art forms, textiles, metallurgy, and many, many more. What remains after massive destruction also continues to amaze seekers of truth around the world. Its adversaries of yesteryears and of today deliberately demeaned its traditions and have been taking advantage of its magnanimous and open culture, continuously inventing new ways of attack and destruction, even manipulating history curriculum in India to deliberately demean or ignore its traditional wisdom just to foster a particular political agenda. Its people have been mocked as heathens, pagans, idolaters, non-believers, and whatnot, without understanding the traditions and the science behind them. People who have boxed themselves in a set of beliefs, which they call as faith, are not able to reconcile to its open culture, which challenges every claim to truth based on an experiential rigor, just like science does. Its spirituality, which sees hand of divinity in every being and has given shelter to every way of worship, is in stark contrast to religious beliefs which divide people into friends and foes based on their faith and do not care about the sanctity of means to force one faith on all, though often conflicting with another faith. The stark reality today is that those who have been sitting on judgment about others' way of worship have created a ticking time bomb over entire mankind and are pushing the world to doom through conflicts and wars. With information explosion, what was ridiculed as mythology of India is turning out to be history with enough evidence of historical links to its surviving heritage and literature. Thankfully, it is increasingly appearing that all the elder cultures around the world which faced similar destruction and devastation and were brutally ravaged have had an intricate commonness in worldview and similar large-heartedness as that of India's culture. The elder cultures, as they are called, are now discovering, or rather rediscovering, their mutual connections with India and similarity in their wisdom traditions. Ideologies that classify humanity into the binary of believers and non-believers have conducted vicious political campaigns and used tools such as violence, trickery, force, destruction, land grab, and unfortunately that is still continuing even today. There are many such competing and inconsistent ideologies or belief systems, and naturally they cannot be simultaneously true. If one is true, then the other must be untrue. Or the truth may be lying beyond both of them. They are now getting challenged due to information explosion and social media about the veracity and truthfulness of their claims. However, the tradition of violence, dubious ways of conversion continue unabated whenever they see a vulnerability and opportunities. It is estimated that between 60 million to 100 million people of dharmic traditions, Hindus, Sikhs, Bauds, Jains, were killed over 1,000 years of foreign rule, and easily a similar number has been converted by force, unbearable taxes, and trickery. Unfortunately, today generations of such unfortunately converted people have also been made to forget that brutal history and are made to align with forces which are inimical to this ancient land and are intrinsically violent towards this humane culture. Despite all the adversarial environment that India, that is Bharat, faced, its physicians, surgeons, ironsmiths, goldsmiths, sculptors, carpenters, musicians, dancers, singers, engineers, town planners, architects, potters, weavers, and so many different professionals or those who rendered services have continued to protect their traditional knowledge. Its farmers, cowherds, traders found ways to thrive despite very aggressive and destructive forces. Its traders traded around the world and became seafarers and were instrumental in retaining India's lead as the largest economy in the world for centuries. India's martial traditions of brave hearts from all parts of the country used every opportunity to defeat the enemy back again, though they had to lie low for some time to reorganize against those brutal forces and their attacks, which were quite often based on treachery, treason, or unethical ways of warfare. We have also seen shining examples of women who have led armies against such invaders. These wisdom traditions were preserved by people and communities who devoted themselves to knowledge and truth, often living in abject poverty, in deep jungles, and through oral recitals, making it impossible to destroy its traditions. This helped India to preserve its substantial part of knowledge, though a lot of its universities and libraries were destroyed. During last couple of centuries, a lot of the knowledge has been stolen and claimed to be of the looters and misappropriated and paraded as their own. A lot of inventions and discoveries that happened in India centuries ago, millennia ago, have been claimed to be of foreign origin. Much later, all those skeletons of misappropriation and trickery are now coming out of the closet. Though information explosion is gradually turning the tide in favor of truth and humanity, people around the world continue to remain in a boxed thought, claiming themselves to be the chosen people, often creating conflicts among communities and nations. The world has therefore become a battleground and requires urgent healing. Time has come for India to rise again and heal the world with its spiritual beauty and wisdom. The purpose of human existence has been forgotten. Human values are being trampled upon. Human dignity has been attacked. Nations, people, communities are sitting on judgment about others and taking a selfish view rather than universal well being. The preconceived, ill founded ideas are resulting in hatred with the hope of a heaven in afterlife. this world is increasingly being made a hell. Rights are important, but they have been so overemphasized that duties have been forgotten. This is where the ancient Indian nation will make a difference, as its focus is on dharma, duties towards various stakeholders, being one of its most important dimensions. Human beings have become so extrovert that they have forgotten the divinity within and gone on a rampage against the environment for material pleasures. This is where India has a great contribution to make. The world needs to be healed before it is too late. India is a land of seekers who want to know the truth about God through personal experience. This is not a land of instructions or blind beliefs. Great beings are revered here because they went through the rigors of life with a smile and their personal spiritual experience and shared their methods with others for a joyful living despite adversities. Questioning here is not a taboo, but most welcome. India's rishis and rishikas, while in their deepest meditative state, have offered a lot of insights for humanity, which are eternal and are for well-being of all humans, irrespective of their origin, country, community, way of worship. They are called as the Vedas. These rishis and rishikas did not make any claim of absolute truth nor prophethood. Neither did they threaten us with hellfire if we don't follow them. They have been large-hearted to invite us to examine their experiences and insights and ask questions and analyze their answers till we experience them ourselves. In this series of videos, we just want to highlight their pearls of wisdom with the sincere desire that the world communities rediscover happiness and, more importantly, become supportive to each other. May the world be healed. May it once again be full of innocent smiles. May all be happy. May all gain health. May humanity discover their divine nature. May we all discover divinity all around. May humanity rediscover human values. May humanity lift itself to divinity. Do share this video if you have liked, subscribe to this channel, and let's create more positive energy around the world. Thank you.